I want to do a podcast about films.
I don't think anyone will listen, mate.
Fuck it, should we do it anyway?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Movie the Needle, a podcast where two complete amateurs haphazardly dissect a film that one of us likes and one, well, not so much. My name's Simon, and I'm in our shed with my good friend Carl, where we'll be explaining our opposing viewpoints and seeing whether we can movie the needle for one another. This week, we are discussing the 2016 Disney animation, where a rookie bunny cop and a cynical con artist fox must work together to uncover a conspiracy in a supposed harmonious, anthropomorphised world. Sexy foxes and internet-breaking sloths ensue. It's Zootopia / Zootropolis. Why am I doing this to myself? Yeah. Why would I put that word in? It's like that other word. I did the other intro, didn't I? And you said this. I was like, well,
which you did, by the way.
Yeah, I did. I listened to that. You're right. And I was just like, well, why did I even bother? Like, why make this hard?
That bit there where you just said you're right. I'm going to clip that up.
You just don't have a drop. Put that That's on. A drop.
Yeah. This podcast is just going to become a stream of me giving my opinion, and you just going, yeah, you're right. So on what our podcast might become and on what it is, I've realised our scale is wrong.
What the fuck? Go on.
So the midpoint is ambivalent, right? Or meh, which we've discussed moving towards, right? Mm-hmm. Which is fine. But if you are ambivalent, it is also true to say that you don't like it.
Well, you neither like it nor dislike it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So
the problem really lies with me going, I don't like it. Because then you're saying, yeah, so how do you feel about it? Don't tell me what you don't feel. Tell me what you do feel. Right? Because I don't
feel
like
dislike.
It. I love it. It should be dislike. It should be dislike, and it should be really dislike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is pretty fucking obvious when you think about it.
Yes. Well, this is the thing. I've stopped to think about it. I've gone,
really like. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to change it?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, okay, cool. No. Yeah. Well, I would.
We're too deep now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
There somewhere.
Yeah, indeed. And also, no. So, Carl.
Oh, that's right. The wife's listening. Yeah, it is a joke. Yeah.
Joke's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody. Anyway. There's a game, Carl. Got to get another game for you.
Mate.
You're not going to be able to guess this name, though.
I've got a game for you.
No, you haven't.
I have. I've got a game for you.
What do you think you are?
I know. Because, I mean, look, maybe we've happened upon the same game, but it came to me, I thought we can't not do this game.
Oh, well, I don't know. So, maybe. What's yours called?
Oh, I haven't got a name.
Wow, fucking amateur. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, look, it's your department, isn't it?
It is. Well, my game's
called... Have you got a beer for me?
Well, no, because I didn't realise we were swapping roles.
Fucking shut up, then.
Yeah. So my game, with a name, is called Now Cats What I Howl Music.
Yeah, okay.
See what it?
Yeah.
It's like, now that's what I call music?
Yeah, got it.
It's like, but with animals?
Yeah.
Because this is an animal film about with animals?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. You watched any films this week?
I have. I watched one with you.
You want to talk about that now?
I think it's the first film we've ever watched together.
You want to talk about that now?
I mean, briefly, we can touch on it. We went to see The Empire Strikes Back in the cinema last night, and Carl absolutely loved it. He's now a Star Wars fan. He even turned down watching Leeds, his beloved Leeds. He said, "No, I would rather watch a Star Wars film, please." Isn't that right?
Well, I did accidentally go to watch The Empire Strikes Back instead of watching Leeds because I didn't realise
how much of a big fan of Star Wars you were.
When we arranged this, that the nights clashed. So I've got an observation for you on this, which is about the Star Wars hype and what it does to people, right? Following on from the back of Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
I'm not promising that it's funny or interesting.
Oh, well.
Or even that it goes anywhere. Might not even make sense. So, pretty standard pod fodder. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty standard. But I'm going to throw it out there. We'll, see if you can do anything with it. So I feel like, and I know you were just joking about this, I feel like you, and maybe you were, you can defend yourself in a minute. I feel like you were hopeful.
I was.
Possibly even a little expectant that I might go watch this on the big screen and have like something of an epiphany.
Not quite an epiphany, but yeah, I thought you might start to come around.
I get it now, right? And I was speaking to a listener of this pod about going to see this. He knows who he is. And I was getting very similar vibes from him as well, right? And it didn't happen, There was no turnaround. And of course, why would it? Because how many times does one man need to say, yeah, that sort of thing really isn't my bag before the penny fucking drops? Right?
Well, you just haven't seen enough. It's like olives.
Yeah, right.
You don't like olives. You don't like olives. You just got to keep watching it until you do like olives. Wait, no, I've got confused there. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, right. Anyway, said listener also talked to me about James Bond. We were talking about James Bond a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And he labelled me a James Bond fanboy, which I rejected.
Yeah, okay.
To which he said, well, you are.
Solid argument.
Right. And don't get me wrong, I do really like James Bond, but the implication of fanboy is slightly different thing, right?
So you like fanboy, you're just positive about it regardless and not assessing it on it as a thing, right?
And then he said to me, he goes, come on, how many times have you watched the Bond films through from the first one to the last one, as if that was some sort of gotcha moment?
Yeah, and also once.
Yes, to which my answer was once, which was like last year or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he just reverted to going, yeah, but you are, though. It was like that bit in Friends, with Isaac and, I can't remember, with Ross, when he's talking about, like, you and me, we're the same. It's like, no, we're not. Yeah, but we are. It's like, no,
Isaac?
we're not. Yeah,
Who's Isaac?
but we are. I can't remember. Anyway, it was like that. You get the reference, you don't. Anyway, I checked my letterbox today. Right?
Okay.
My lowest rated Bond film is 1.5 stars.
Okay.
Which is a lot lower than what I've rated Star Wars 1 and 2, by the way.
Oh, Star Wars.
My highest rated Bond film is 4 stars. So I've got the entire Bond catalogue sitting between 1.5 and 4 stars. Mm-hmm. And I think that this concept is fucking alien to Star Wars fans. Like nuance as a thing.
Yeah.
Right? The funny thing is, as I was writing my review for the Empire Strike... writing these notes...
Right, yeah.
About this bit, my friend, said listener, messaged me, having read my Empire Strikes Back review, to tell me to fuck off. So, I think all in all, what I've done is I've found another excuse to dismiss all Star Wars fans as having some sort of mental illness, which I'm, perfectly comfortable with. Maybe we do this as a weekly bit. I don't mind.
You've got enough films to go. You can go for another 7 weeks at least.
But yeah, I put Empire Strikes Back, by the way, as 3 stars.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Which is higher than 16 of my Bond ratings. Right.
Yeah. Out of how many Bond films, just to remind the listeners?
26. Well, 25.
Well, not proper Bond films.
Yeah. So, yeah, Bond fanboy. No. It's quite possible to like something and see its flaws, Star Wars fans. Fucking chill out.
But 3 stars, I'm pretty happy with that result.
Yeah, well, I mean, not to rerun my review. My review's out there for anyone to read.
Carl MTN.
There's... Yes, very good. It's easy to find things to say, well, that's quite good. But, ultimately, I still don't really like it.
I think your clear takeaway was that it's a much better made film than...
Yeah, it was better than episode 1-4.
1-4, yeah.
So...
I did enjoy going to the cinema, though, regardless if it's a film I had seen lots and lots of times.
It's always nice.
It'd be nice if the Odeon upgraded their seats to something where I didn't lose the feeling in my hands. It's like everything just started slowly going numb over the course of a couple of hours, but... Yeah. What can you do? Pay money to go to the Everyman? Who's got that much money?
Yeah. Well, listen, just one more thing on that. On reviews and Star Wars reviews, I found my favourite Star Wars movie review ever.
Right.
Possibly my favourite review ever. Which was 2.5 stars for The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
It was, I don't have to justify myself to you cunts. That was it. I was like, yeah. That'll do.
To be fair to Letterboxd, there are some good one-line reviews of most films. You can find one where you're just like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Doesn't really review the film, but it's just they're funny. What else? What have you seen this week apart from Empire Strikes Back?
The Insider, I think, kicked off my week. I think that was post last pod.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Great.
I do want to rewatch that because not seen it for years, and I do remember thoroughly enjoying.
Russell Crowe. Al Pacino. Al Pacino, by the way, is just searing in it. Really good. Really good cast, actually. It's got one of those.
Is that fair to say it's towards the end of Al Pacino's great phase?
I don't know. I'd have to consult his filmography. I think he's still got Heat to come, hasn't he? Or is that before?
No,
it's Heat 94. Yeah, so Heat's before then. Yeah, maybe that's fair. He was really good. It's got one of those casts where they're not necessarily all movie famous, the supporting cast, but you see them from a lot of like bit parts in movies or TV leads in TV, and you think, oh yeah, it's this guy, and they're all really good. So yeah, The Insider. I've seen Wolves.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Yeah.
Bradley Pitts.
Yeah,
George.
That's on my. That might be this weekend, Jobby. What do you reckon?
Yeah,
just briefly. Don't
very middling. Totally fine.
Entertaining.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. And then I've watched 2 films recommended by a listener.
Oh,
by Will.
Your email chat's continuing.
Primer. And you will hate this, by the way, so you definitely need to watch it.
Do you know what Will messaged the other day, right? So we're in this other WhatsApp group with some of largely like his friends from school or relatives and stuff, where we get together and we have geeky weekends of film and bits. Anyway, he messaged them just to say like, oh, basically Simon's got a podcast, but done in a bit of a Will way. I was like, oh yeah, I probably should have told people about this before. But yeah, he sort of mentioned that he was emailing you now about films that he thinks you'll like, but knows I won't like. I said, "Oh yeah, I feel comfortable that I've subcontracted our friendship to Carl. I haven't got time for you.
Yeah, you do I'll do the heavy lifting in those areas that you can't be arsed with.
Exactly. Yeah.
But sadly, you are going to need to watch this one because it will make for pod content. So,
oh, okay. Go on. What is it?
Well, you'll hate it. Primer.
I'll hate it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. God. And to anyone out there who likes Tenet, give this a watch. But no, you'll hate it.
I've not heard of it.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much more about it because you really should watch it, and then we'll. Yeah,
I'll add it to my watch list, and I'll add it to a single watch list because
you're consolidating.
I'm consolidating my multiple watch list to try and get into one fucking place.
Yeah.
So that when I'm actually thinking of what shall I watch, I can just look in one place and go that is what I watch. So I'll do Primer.
Yeah, and that's an easy really like from me, and then same director, Upstream Colour, which is a far more challenging watch, I think. And I'm really not sure how I feel about that still. An incredible feat of filmmaking. And my God, if you'll hate Primer, you will fucking loathe Upstream Colour. So depending on which side of the coin I come down on that could be another...
So have you found like a source of movie recommendations? If that's two that he's recommended.
Well, it's not sat across from me, is it? Jesus Christ.
Well, no, definitely not.
So yeah,
well, no. To be fair, at least you fucking watch the movies that he recommends. How many times have I tried to get you to watch Manchester by the Sea? This is fucking.
Well, listen, they were. I will watch Manchester by the Sea.
Oh yeah. When did Will recommend these 2 movies to you? Was it 3 years ago?
No, and I'll tell you what. Right, by the way, I have other friends. You were not the first person to recommend Manchester by the Sea to me, so it's much longer than 3 years.
I don't believe it. Any of it.
So cheers, Will. They were 2 excellent recommendations. And yeah, Simon will hate them both, so we might have even managed to unearth more pod content.
Good stuff. Emma nearly came round here the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Well, she threatened it.
Is this after an episode?
No. So she couldn't open a pasta jar. And then I came down going, stand back, fair maiden. Here I come. A man coming through. I went, oh, fucking hell. Oh, yes, that's it. And then she just, as I was about to go for my second attempt, she goes, do I need to take it to Carl? I'm just like, fuck off. I did get it open. Second attempt. But yeah, she's got this fucking image of you, some Viking.
Oh, fair enough.
But hey ho.
Did you not use your wanking hand? Did that not work?
Just, I don't know, which one do you clasp onto the bottom with the wanking hand, or do you clasp to the lid with the wanking hand?
I think you need the grip on the top on the lid, really. Yeah.
Well, there you
go. Oh, I tell you what, wanking, that brings me on to...
oh, God.
to something. If you've got nothing else, I have got...
I've got plenty.
Oh, well, I'll save it then, because I've got a correction and possibly even an apology, so...
Well, didn't we kill someone else?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did, didn't we?
Well, we didn't... It wasn't the Dead or Alive game, at least.
No, it was just
but they were mentioned,
the more general MTM curse.
They were mentioned twice in the same game, mere days before they sadly passed away. Maggie Smith.
Yeah.
It's an upsetting one as well.
Yeah?
Professor McGonagall. Theo's a big Harry Potter fan. So, yeah.
Right, yeah.
But, yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah.
So Killer Carl strikes again. That's what.
Not me.
I'm just...
Look, I will accept some responsibility for Darth Vader.
Killer Simon doesn't rhyme as well.
But
Killer Carl.
Yeah. Well, mind you, I did take her son away, didn't I?
You did take her son away.
Maybe that stress was too much. Okay.
So, anyway, I have watched other movies as well. Just to
go on.
Quickly touch on that. So I watched The Living Daylights and License to Kill.
Oh yeah, nice.
Fucking
love James Bond, me.
My daughter's a fucking fanboy, aren't you? That's why.
I do really like James Bond films.
Yeah. Just not above 4 stars. Like
nuance, Simon. Come on, we've been through this.
And then the other one I watched was A Quiet Place Day 1.
Oh.
Yeah, have you seen any of the Quiet Place?
No,
movies?
I think I've got A Quiet Place on my watch list.
I enjoyed both the first 2, and then this one, which when I saw the trailer, I was like, this seems unnecessary. Which, I mean, it is unnecessary. Like there was no need for this movie. Why are you looking so suspiciously over there?
Oh no, I'm not. Carry on.
Okay, but actually, yeah, quite good. Lupita Nyong'o. Oh no, I fucked up her name there. Lupita Nyong'o. Is that right? Anyway, she's very good. And some other guy who I recognised, and then I keep seeing a new trailers for like new films and things. Don't know what he's called though. But someone
who important enough to remember.
Yeah, but someone who did appear in that, Jaimin Honsu.
Oh yeah,
I was just like, I haven't seen him for a
Friend
while.
of the pod.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since Blood Diamond.
Yeah,
only a small part, but
yeah,
always watchable.
Yeah, very good, isn't he?
Yeah. So yeah, there was that. I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, which is a kind of like it's kind of a horror-y thing, isn't it?
I suppose so.
Yeah. Maybe I'm coming around.
I don't know. I mean, I know nothing about horror, really.
I've put a few horrors on my watch list after hearing a couple of recommendations from someone who clearly knows horror and then doing a bit of looking into it and go like, I might like that sort of horror. It's not like gory horror. It's a different kind of horror. So I'm going to give it a go. Trying to broaden my horizons a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. You got anything else?
No, just like I say, something of an apology. So, to the aforementioned listener, my
which one?
James Bond fanboy Star Wars beef. Last week on the pod, when I was encouraging you to tell everyone about your sexual fantasies.
Wait, what?
Just touch it, love, please. It was at the end.
Was that last week?
You were doing your closing statement.
Was that last week?
I think it was last week.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, come on, you were trying to think of
something that would be too much of a giveaway for...
Yeah, I said, whatever your heart desires. And then I followed up with, if anyone is still listening and knows what film that line is from, get in touch.
Oh. Did they get in touch?
Did.
Can't have been last week's episode then.
No, probably not, actually, a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, good point.
Anyway, carry on.
I told you, Tenet wasn't easy to understand. So he got in touch and said, that's kind of a vague phrase, isn't it? Yeah. And I somewhat... Oh, he said it's a commonly used phrase, that isn't it? I fairly snootily dismissed him and said, well, clearly you don't know the answer if that's what you think, because I always think of this film whenever I hear this phrase.
Yeah.
I checked and I've got the phrase wrong.
Nice.
Right. So the actual phrase is not whatever your heart desires. The actual phrase is whatever you desire. So if you thought whatever your heart desires was vague...
I mean, that's I'm sure that's only ever been said.
So the phrase is whatever
film.
You desire. So if anyone knows which movie that is from, get in touch. Now, I will say, yes, it's a bit vague, but if you know it, you know it. And if you do Google whatever your heart desires... No, not
the right phrase.
If you do Google whatever you desire, movie quote, the answers are all there in the top hits. Oh, don't do that, obviously, that's cheating.
Answers?
Well, there's several hits to show you the right answer.
Right, okay. There is only one right answer.
There is only one. Well, I mean, who knows? It's a vague phrase, isn't it? It's a fairly common phrase. Don't cheat, but whatever your heart... No! Whatever you desire. Jesus Christ. Shall we move on?
Carl.
Yes?
Guess what?
Are you thirsty?
I am. It's time to unveil the ale.
Right, we'll try this a little differently. I'll talk about it first.
Okay, and then you're going to unveil it.
Then I'll get it out.
Okay, but you have discovered now that you don't need to move to get it. So
I do still need to move across the room to give you it. So I'll talk about it, and then you can react to it whilst I'm doing that. Right?
Okay.
So, Zootopia. Right.
/Zootropolis.
Yeah. Zootopia's arguably a better name, is it not?
I mean, it is, but Zootropolis is what it's called in this country.
It's weird, that.
Yeah.
It's also called...
I never really got to the bottom of why.
It's called Zoomania in another territory somewhere as well.
Zoomania?
Yeah. Which is even
Like,
weirder. Well,
like
Zoomania is arguably well-suited for a different reason. The least well-suited of the three, I would say, is Zootropolis. Anyway, yes, Zootropolis. Zoomania, let's stay on the Zoomania. Magic Rock, you heard of them?
You know I've heard of Magic Rock.
Yeah? Fan of Magic Rock?
You know I'm a fan of Magic Rock. Well, you know I used to be a fan of Magic Rock before they sold out to the man.
Yeah, well, Magic Rock sold out to the man?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Who owns Magic Rock?
I don't know, one of the big boys.
Oh, dear.
I'm pretty sure you told me this.
I can't remember, mate.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was looking through the list at Waitrose.
Yeah.
And
Waitrose?
Yeah, well, look.
Ooh, get you. This
big time,
success of the podcast has gone to your head.
Yeah, it's all that advertising revenue, isn't it? And Magic Rock do a beer called the Botanicalist IPA. The
Botanicalist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think of what's going on in the film. You know, the crocuses, the plants being turned into drugs.
Yes.
Yeah, sending everyone crazy. Botanicalist IPA, you're not having that? No?
I don't... Okay.
You know what botany is, don't you? I mean, come on now, after the Martian.
Plants thing,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
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 Well, what's the central bit of this film?
Oh, right.
It's causing everybody to go back.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jesus Christ. I know we've joked about you not getting into like, stuff, but that one's really low-hanging fruit.
Well, I thought you were going to go animal-related. That's
the thing is that wasn't in stock, so we'll fucking end up having an assortment of badger ales instead because they've got animals on the bottle.
Yeah. Didn't see any badgers in this thing. All right, so we are talking Zootropolis.
What is a thirsty ferret?
Ferret.
What's thirsty mean?
It just begins with F, I think.
Just what?
I think it's just because it begins with F. They've just
tossed.
Yeah, I don't think it's a thing. I don't think it's a real word.
Well, no, I don't think it's a real word. What are they going for?
It's like a thirsty ferret, but it's thirsty because it's a thirsty ferret.
Our thirsty ferret umbrella takes its name from a real ferret with a mischievous reputation and a taste for full-bodied biscuity beer. Little Thief by Latin name. Oh.
Well, okay. Anyway, how's the beer taste, Carl?
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Nice and cold.
Anyway, we're talking about Zootropolis today, or Zootopia.
Or Zoomania.
What are we going to call it? We're just going to go Zootopia?
Zootropia. Am I right? Hey?
We'll get there.
You like that?
And also, no, fuck off.
I think Zootopia.
We'll go Zootopia. Yeah. Okay.
For appeal to our international
8%
listeners.
8% of American listeners, according to Spotify. So, that's worthwhile. So, Zootropolis. We are talking about today. But first, a reminder of our now apparently broken rating scale. So, it's a simple 5-point scale that apparently doesn't make much sense. But, hey-ho, you either really like it, you're ambivalent, you don't like it, or you really don't like it. And we're not going to fix it. Don't care what you say. You can write in if you want. We don't care.
I have to justify myself to you cunts.
Indeed. That's going to be the answer to everything now. So, Carl, where are you on the scale, our scale?
I don't like it.
Don't like it. Okay. Me, I like it. It's yeah, I like it. Yeah. Sticking with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which way are you wobbling there?
Maybe up.
You may be wobbling up.
Yeah.
Right, well.
But no, I think I like it. I think I'm just like...
Okay.
I'm not going to get carried away.
All right.
Anyway, Carl, what don't you like?
The pickers at Waitrose home delivery.
No sympathy for fucking Waitrose home delivery. You posh bastard.
This was literally to secure a podcast beer, right?
Okay. All you got delivered was beer?
What?
You just got beer delivered?
No, I got some other bits and pieces as well. They're essentials range, by the way, very reasonable. It was literally because short of ordering online, we're running a bit low on some of the ideas that's available in my local co-op or the Asda.
You're going to start planning ahead and...
so Waitrose will deliver. Yeah, okay. But yeah, them bastards.
So what did they... as in they didn't pick you the beer that you wanted?
Well, the Magic Rock one they couldn't find. So
did they replace it with this then?
No, I put this down as a backup.
You can select a backup?
Yeah. Well, I put this down as well. You can select a backup. I put this down as well.
I was going to say, I'd be quite impressed if they went, oh, I can see what he's doing here. He's
I put that in the notes.
He must be wanting an animal theme.
Zootopia,
Zootopia thing, and say we'll do an animal thing. I'd be quite impressed.
Yeah.
But no.
We should get them in because they'd get some more metaphors in films, wouldn't they?
Fuck off. Yeah. Hey, I got like 2. And we've only done like 20-something episodes. So that's
okay, look, this is a backward step, but you've been making some progress recently.
Yeah. Well, indeed. Okay. What about the film, though, Carl? What don't you like about the film?
Look,
I don't want short and snappy.
Yeah, it's going to be short and snappy. I don't think we need to go too deep with this one. It's a kids' film after all. You know.
Oh, okay. Good.
But I think it is a bit of a muddled effort, and if we must try put it into our format, which does require us to examine it a little bit. I do think there is some questionable production decisions that get in the way of this being anything beyond meh, possibly even a bit annoying.
Oh, interesting. I look forward to hearing about them. So for me, why I like it, I think it's got heart, it's got humour, it's a solid mystery, some decent voice acting, it's got some puns and animal jokes, so you know I'm on board for that shit. And it's a winner for me. And there we go. I don't think you managed that whole last week, the whole episode last week.
Sorry, mate, what were you saying? I'm going to start doing that on purpose now. I'll get it on a soundboard. Yeah. So I can just throw you off halfway through when you're speaking.
Oh, can we invest in a soundboard? That'd be great.
Yeah, we can do a soundboard, couldn't we?
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, actually, would that just take us into the territory of really shit radio?
That's fine, yeah. So up, you mean? So that'd elevate us to.
But anyway, that's basically why I like it. Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Was that the end?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the cast. And we've done this before with an animation, haven't we?
I think we can do this a bit better here.
Okay, yeah, I suppose they're speaking English.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you want to start with the cast, Carl? Ladies first?
Yeah, why not?
So, Jennifer Goodwin?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Jennifer?
Don't know, I've never heard of her.
Yeah, did you not recognise her when you've seen her face? Like,
no.
Obviously not when she's a rabbit.
No.
She's been in a couple of things that I recognise. She's been in Walk the Line. She was like a Johnny Cash wife or something or other down the line.
Okay.
She's been in a couple of TV things as well. Big Love, which I watched like 2 episodes of. And I think she was in some like shitty teen drama thing. And I'm pretty sure she was in He's Just Not That Into You or something like that. Something along those lines of some really crap rom-com thing where she seemed to be just around things. Well, but anyway, she plays or speaks Judy Hopps in this. Do you think she made a convincing rabbit?
Right, we need to get something out of the way on this. I have a bit of an issue with actors being employed in the place of voice actors because it's a different thing.
Sure.
Right? But you can get casting right if you put in actors into roles, because what you do is you make the character exactly like the actor. So I'm thinking like Monsters Inc. Superb casting for that.
Yeah.
You got Billy Crystal as the wisecracking Wazowski.
Yeah.
John Goodman
as basically John Goodman
as
with fur.
John Goodman with fur. Yeah, brilliant. Right. So you can get it right. Yeah. But I have this thing where I was like, yeah, but voice acting is different to acting. It's a particular skill. And I think if you don't get the casting bang on to make up for that, it can grate a bit. So for her, I've just got
Yeah. I didn't really feel like she brought anything like amazing to it or distinctive or whatever. It I think you probably could have got a number of any other actresses to do a similar job.
Yeah.
Really. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she plays a character who wants to be a cop when she grows up, Carl. What did you want to do when you grew up? What did you want to be? Did you go through a phase of wanting to do something with your life, or was it always just to be a podcast host?
God, yeah. Imagine if I started this sooner. You go through all the career stuff at school, don't you?
Yep.
and I picked barrister there.
Oh.
Because it was one of the highest paid, and I like arguing.
Yeah, I mean, I can see. Yeah, I can see that.
But actually, not interested at all in the actual vocation,
the actual law part.
Yeah, no, it's just no.
Yeah.
So other than that, no, I've never really had a particular thing in mind.
No. I started off wanting to be like I never really wanted to be anything, but then I was just like, oh, a physiotherapist? That sounds good. And then went to like these, work experience things that they did in like year 10, I think it was. And you go have an interview and fill out a form and stuff of what you want to do. I was like, physiotherapy. And okay, right. Well, you can go work with disabled children and help with their physical therapy. I was like, oh, that's a bit intense though, isn't it?
Yeah,
don't really fancy that. Have you got anything in a shop?
Yes.
Because I could then get a job for a weekend.
Yeah.
So instead I worked in millets.
Yeah.
For work experience, and then after that, never explored anything. And I always said, "Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to do go to university and do something that leads directly to a job." Didn't happen, did it? No. Just get a fucking degree in something I've never used since. Yeah. So
and then back to millets for a couple of years.
Yeah, indeed. Anyway, what about Bateman? Jason Bateman as Nick Wilde.
Now, next to his name, I've got meh.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Jason Bateman.
I think he's very well suited to this kind of role and character, and he has got a distinctive style and voice as well.
I know where you're coming from on that. Yeah. So if we're talking about like filling that sort of gap with good casting, sure. But yeah, the problem is because I'm not really a big fan of him, and he's so distinctively Jason Bateman.
Yes.
It's then like, oh yeah, okay.
So what have you seen him in that you're not really a fan of? Movie wise,
yeah.
Or is this only in Arrested Development and things
no,
like
I've not seen that. So do you know Smoking Aces 2 springs to mind?
Yeah, he's in that.
Is it 2?
1, I think.
Oh, is it 1? Yeah. But that's his whole shtick. Like every single performance out of him is the same, and I guess I'm actually struggling to think of a good film he's been in.
Yeah, I mean, I have put that he's in a lot of mediocre films.
Yeah.
And
Bad Words, awful film.
Oh, I've not seen that.
And that is one where he's proper got carte blanche to be full Jason Bateman. Like the whole thing is centered around his persona, right? And it's just like, yeah, okay. Look, maybe in the right film it could click, but it hasn't for me with him.
Yeah, I was struggling to think of like his standout movie performance, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, he was in Juno. He wasn't really like.
Yeah.
He was kind of there. Air. Have you seen Air?
Yes.
Michael Jordan thing. Again, he's just like a bit part character in that. Really, it's just there.
That whole film is.
Yeah, it's fine. And in Game Night, I thought, maybe that's the right answer. Game Night. I remember him being quite good in Game Night. It's quite fun. Watched that on a plane.
Yeah, Game Night is the closest thing to a good film that I've seen him in, and very much in that's kind of fun sense.
Yeah. Plus, got Rachel McAdams. You know I'm a fan.
Oh, you like McAdams?
And
yeah. Oh, Daddy Chandler.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's great fun in that as well.
He's awesome in everything. What do you mean? Never made a bad thing. That man. Don't.
No,
correct me.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
He's fantastic. All right. Where do you want to go next? Any other?
I've got Idris Elba.
Idris.
Chief Bogo.
Yeah.
To which my note is no, get proper voice actors, because he was one where I thought he was really poor.
Yeah,
it felt like he was reading off a sheet a lot of the time.
I think there were some moments where he was really great. So where he was like being grumpy and gruff and stuff, I thought he was quite good. But little less when it demanded a little bit of silliness or light humour or something like that. I thought he maybe struggle. I do really like Idris Elba. To be clear.
Yeah.
But
just not a very good voice actor.
Yeah.
Honestly, mate, it's a skill. It's a skill.
Someone with a great voice though. J.K. Simmons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mayor
Lionheart.
He was fine. He was definitely better
small part,
than Idris, but yeah, small part. He was fine.
Perfect for a lion, I think. Good lion voice.
Yeah.
Anyone else you want to call out?
I got 2 more. Mm-hmm. Jenny Slate as Bellwether.
Yeah.
Probably the pick of the sort of the main characters.
Good voice.
Yeah, suited the character very well.
I think she does quite a lot of voice work as well.
You see, you can tell. You can tell. And then the other one is Alan Tudyk.
Yes.
Tudyk.
He was only the weasel, right?
Yeah, he was Duke Weaselton.
Good.
He was very good. And he does loads of voice acting. He is very good at that. So.
How familiar are you with Frozen? Did you get a little Frozen reference?
Is he Olaf?
No, he's... I think
Let It Go. He says Let It Go.
No.
No, not that Frozen reference.
Not that Frozen reference, no. So he plays Duke Weaselton in this, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's a joke in Frozen for the character that he plays where he's called Duke Weselton, and he says Weaselton, he corrects him, it's Weselton. And he does do the opposite.
Yeah, I don't really like Frozen, to be honest.
Yeah, you've got 2 girls, you must have watched it
about a billion times. At the cinema.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. But you must have been on a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've been through that stage, thank you.
Yeah. Come out the other side.
Yeah.
Recasting then, Carl. Have you managed to get any?
Look, I've got some. So I am leaning into the, I'll try cast the sort of personalities right.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't know enough about good voice actors.
No.
So I don't just putting on there's the Simpsons cast and everything. So Judy Hopps.
Yeah. So I'm thinking small rabbit, right? Bouncy personality.
Yeah. Are you putting Emily Blunt here, or are you putting her for Bellwether?
Ooh, I don't really. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, my pick for this is actually Reese Witherspoon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Got sass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Don't hate it. Carry on.
Well, that's all I've got for Judy Hopps. Yeah. So Nick Wilde.
Yeah.
I sort of flirted with the idea of David Spade.
David Spade. Yeah. I mean, he kind of looks like an animal.
I settled on Vince Vaughn.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Vince Vaughn on the con.
See, I think
sort of,
he might.
Come on, carrots. All that sort of thing.
Yeah. See, I was thinking Owen Wilson maybe, or someone like that.
Yeah.
But he's maybe a bit too
pathetic, not sly enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Vince Vaughn's sly. He could be sly.
I suppose.
Yeah, he could be sly.
Yeah. Not a lover of that. Okay, any more?
Chief Bogo.
Yeah.
Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he can do the full range that would be needed. That's not bad.
Bellwether.
Yeah.
I like this one. Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes, a bit older sheep.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
It's a voice in it, mate.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a young voice, does she? It's not like...
No. But she has got that sort of floaty, but wouldn't melt, and then you can definitely see her going like at the end, what the fuck? I mean, I know that's not... that's not a
that would be amazing if that was a twist. What if you were to cast yourself as an animal, Carl? What animal would you be?
No, I can't answer these questions.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on.
Well, you say come on, but like... Right, a friend of mine, he knows who he is, asked me a question the other day, right? And he said, who is the character in a movie that you have the most irrational hatred for, like the one you really irrationally hate? And I'm like...
There's so many, isn't there?
What do you mean? And he's like, well, like... And then he gave me an example. So, well, it's just this, because he's so this, because it has that. Yeah, that doesn't sound irrational to me.
You've got reasons.
That sounds like you've got a reason. He's like, well, yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like, I don't. What do you mean irrationally hate? And it's like these questions. What do you mean if I was an animal? It doesn't...
Yeah, look at yourself.
No.
What if you said like animal?
You can't... Oh, right, so we're just going on appearances now, are we?
Well, appearances...
That's disrespectful to me and the animal.
Appearances. Attitude.
No.
Outlook on life.
No, I don't know.
Dietary preferences.
No. No, it's a silly question.
Yes, it's a silly question. Of course it's a silly question. We're recasting a fucking cartoon.
Speaking of recasting, so J.K. Simmons, May Lionheart,
yes.
Patrick Warburton.
Oh, right, you're still going with the recasting. Who the fuck is Patrick Warburton?
You don't know who Patrick Warburton is? Plays Joe in Family Guy.
Joe?
Joe, the guy in the wheelchair.
A cartoon? Yeah, okay, fine. Right, okay.
All right, or the guy in Ted, Ted, the film Ted,
yes.
Mark Wahlberg. The big guy who gets beat up because he's been going to the gay sex clubs.
Okay.
No?
I mean, you had me better with the Family Guy reference than the Ted reference, but...
great voice.
For Lion.
Great voice.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And then Duke Weaselton.
Why have you fixated on the weasel? It's not one of the major characters.
He's... this no wonder you missed the fucking reference with the flowers. He's central to the plot, mate. He might not have a massive part, but he's absolutely central to the plot.
Sure.
Steve Buscemi.
Okay, he's a weasel. Yeah, that's a good,
there you go.
Good shout.
Weasley sort of bloke.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, and I mean, I think if you ask Steve Buscemi, what sort of animal would you be cast as? He'd go fucking weasel, mate. Straight away. He wouldn't go silly question. Oh, how can I answer that? Oh, I just can't do it. He'd be like, weasel, look at me.
All right.
I mean, I'll be an okapi. An okapi. Okapi? I don't know how you pronounce it.
Was this just like a conceit for you to tell me what animal you think you would be?
Well, no, I thought usually how conversations work, Carl, is like you ask a question, you go, oh, yeah, what about you?
But I haven't asked you. You've just come out with it. You're like, oh, well, I'll answer the question that's unasked anyway.
I know, because you're a rude bastard who doesn't care about anyone else, apparently.
No, you've thought of what animal you want to be, and then you've...
I have prepared for this podcast, Carl.
What animal was it, sorry?
An okapi.
What's that?
It's a shit giraffe.
You're not even that tall.
Exactly. It's a shorter,
yeah,
shitter giraffe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, let's move on to production. And just to reveal to everyone, Carl's previous thing of the beers going, oh, yeah, to settle for Badger. You just go, oh, we've got these reserve beers in here. Hop, skip, and a jump. In a movie that revolves around a fucking bunny. Come on, it was right there. You could have just used that one.
Was it hop, skip, and a jump?
Yeah. Hop. It's Judy Hopps. Come on.
Well, what's the beer we're drinking now?
Okay, this is a pretty good one. This one's called...
It's hop, skip, and juice, you idiot.
Well, whatever. Hopping Hare. Hopping Hare. There we go. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably should have started with that one.
Yeah.
Hey-ho. Anyway, production. So, Carl, I'm going to start off. You can kick off on why I'm wrong. So,
just about the movie, all right.
Well, we'll start with the movie and go from there.
Yeah.
So I think the world building in this is pretty great, right? So I think one of its great moves as a movie is to have the world entirely of animals. So it's not a human world where they're living side by side or anything like that. It's entirely animals, no humans, and not all animals, just specifically mammals as well, which I thought was quite smart, just to have just mammals, to limit your scope, just go on the mammals. You don't have to worry about reptiles or birds. They could have thrown in reptiles in there if they had a good reptile joke, like I do, but they didn't, right? But disappointingly, there's a sequel coming out, which is disappointing in itself because...
Yeah, we talked about this last night, didn't we?
Indeed. Just come up with something new. But apparently they are introducing reptiles into that. So maybe they'll go with the reptile joke at that point. I quite like as well the different types of areas in the city, right? That they have the ice tundra and the desert plain and the rainforest and stuff. But they clearly show that they're manufactured. You know, so they've got sprinklers going in the rainforest and stuff. So it's not like Star Wars, where every planet has a thing, right? Oh, it's the ice planet. Oh, it's the sand planet. Oh, it's the jungly swamp planet. And it's not some magical place that has all these different climates in one thing. It's clearly it's a city they've manufactured to fit its inhabitants and stuff. So that was quite nice. Quite good how it did that. Anything I said there that's...
I think it's... No, I mean, I've not gone to that level of detail, but overall, I think it's a fairly good-looking film.
Yeah, I think it looks great, and I think you take for granted things such as fur, right? How great just the fur looks on the animals and stuff, and the way it moves and things. How far we've come from Disney animations in years gone by, where it was just very much a draw. Are you listening? You're just what are you doing over there?
Just trying to prove you wrong.
About what?
But it turns out you're not. There are any mammals in Zootopia.
Yeah, I'll do my fucking research, mate.
Yeah. No, I'm listening. Yeah, carry on.
It's just nice if you look to me occasionally. How am I meant to maintain this erection
what's this
without
really
eye
about?
contact?
Yeah, what's this really about, Simon?
I also thought that it was quite smart and funny how they've thought through how animals of all those different sizes will live in the same city as well. So having the environment adapted so the city works for them. So having the different sized doors on the train, I thought that was quite cute and quite nice. The little hippo dryers as they come out in their suits and dry them off. The little hamsters coming down, transporting down their little pipes and things. Giraffe smoothies, shooting up to do all that. There were some nice little touches.
Of course, like elephant popsicles.
They've thought this through, the elephant popsicles, indeed. So yeah, I thought it was nice. They've given it some thought. It's not something that's been thrown together.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Don't disagree with any of that. Like I said, I thought it was a fairly good looking film. It does look best when they're doing the city. Some of the out of the back on the farm or whatever, where Judy's from.
Not more basic.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Well, rainforest I thought was particularly good. How they got like the moisture and the everything, but it felt very real.
But like there's some really good stuff when they're heading in and out of the city. When they show like the scale of it and stuff like that. And really detailed. That's all good. There's actually some nice shots that they put together when it's in the dark later on in the film, when we're he's outside the lab and what have you, and with the wolves. You get some good looking stuff there. My beef with how it looks, I do have one. This has the same problem that a lot of action films bring upon themselves with shit CGI. Right.
Okay.
So when you have like a fight scene or a chase scene, CGI lets you do
anything you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything you want. You shouldn't.
No.
Right. So you can do stuff like have the camera swooping around at ridiculous angles and the stuff flying past it left, right, and centre, and it moves faster than is really possible to shoot. And I just think when films do that, you lose sort of all scale and sense of what's going on.
It becomes a blurry mess. And
exactly. You end up going like, we're doing this because it's cool rather than it actually serves the scene that we're trying to do.
I think Transformers is a prime example of that, where I couldn't tell you what the fuck was going on. When Transformers are fighting, I'm just like...
It happens a lot. I mean, what was Matthew Vaughn's latest one? Was it a Kingsman one or was it something else?
No, Argyle, right?
Maybe it was the bit in Argyle. But yeah, there's a fight scene in that, and it's so ridiculous because the camera's flying. You just lose everything. And this has that. And I had this problem with Tintin. We spoke about Tintin a little bit a couple of weeks ago. It has that too, and it's like, just because you can do that stuff, don't. Because, Spielberg Tintin, you wouldn't direct an action scene like that. So don't
Interesting
do it.
with Tintin,
don't do it
wasn't
here.
that was done in a volume, right? With green screen and motion capture and things.
Oh, I don't.
Like
yeah, but
that. So I imagine their camera
put the background on it and stuff like that, isn't it? You just move in the background around the subject, I guess. However you're achieving that, but it has that same effect of being like, we've lost all sense of realism now, and we speak about this a lot with practical effects. So now it looks shit. Now I don't believe it anymore. Now I can't tell what's going on. And this is doing that too. I was thinking about why Toy Story looks so good. Right? Toy Story is amazing because that is toys actually trying to do real stuff, and it shoots it like it's real and happening.
Yeah.
And that was great. This has got that problem where I just go, whenever there's like an action scene, a chase or some sort of fight, whatever, it just descends into a bit of a mess.
Any examples in particular that stood out for you?
There was the one where she ends up saving the little shrew thing.
Yeah, in the tiny city.
She's running through it. And that was a chase scene, wasn't it?
Yeah. I didn't notice that seemed messy or...
I just think you lose all sense of scale and like what's going on. I don't know, it's only a kids' film, right? But like the jeopardy goes out of those scenes because it's like, well, where's the danger coming from in this scene? Yeah, what might she crash into? What might get in her way? And yeah, it doesn't work. And yeah, I can just do without it. And when it's a self-imposed problem, well, I guess they're always self-imposed problems with that sort of thing. It's just it's silly. So yes, so there you go.
Mm.
Don't like that about how it looks.
What do you think about them not wearing shoes?
I shouldn't really think about it.
All wear clothes?
Yeah.
No shoes?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, fine. Yeah.
But they're consistent. They're consistent with it.
Yeah.
The animal design I thought was interesting because the fox I thought, and I was like, oh, why is that ring such a bell? And it looks so much like the Robin Hood fox, the old Disney thing. Yeah. It's and I went back and watched a few clips of it afterwards as well. And I was like, it really does. I used to love that as a kid as well. That movie. Robin Hood and Little John
ran through the forest. Ooh lally, golly, what a day.
Love that.
I'm there.
What do we think of the length?
Too long.
Do you think?
Yes, too long.
Hour
48.
48.
No, hour 53.
48.
53.
48.
Hour 53.
What are you looking up?
Yes, it's now 53.
What are you looking at?
Well,
Source references?
I was blooming watching it, mate. So, and it popped up and said hour 53.
Oh, you must have watched trailers at the start or something.
Trailers at the start, come on. Well, it does come up as...
They were arguing over like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
there,
it does come up as hour 48 on the when you Google it, but I can only assume that's sans credits because the thing comes up on Amazon Prime. I think I watched it. No, I watched it on Disney Plus.
Oh, makes sense.
That came up as hour 53. So I think it's too long. What popped up after that?
Maybe you watched the director's cut.
Yeah, maybe which would have included credits again as well, I suppose. What came up after that popped up? Lion King, hour 35. I was like, yes, that's the right length for a film. For a kids' film,
I didn't feel like this dragged, and I think it was all. I think it was almost necessary with it. Well, I mean, I can understand it because it had a little bit more, which we'll talk about in plot. I think it had a little bit more about it with the plot being a bit of a mystery, so it needed a couple of twists and turns, and I think it needed to give itself a little bit of time to get through those machinations.
Yeah. Okay, well, we will save that for plot. The only thing I want to say on that is there were too many monologues in this movie, so I think it did drag.
Monologues?
Yeah, there was too much where characters were talking, and they were talking for too long when they should have been having a snappy conversation, and the film should have been moving on.
A bit like this podcast.
Oh, fucking! You'd think it'd be right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I've got an interesting quirk that I discovered.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's put it to the test.
Go on.
So I went on Byron Howard's Wikipedia page.
Is he the director?
He's the director. He's one of 2 directors.
Yeah, that's not uncommon with animations.
Yeah, but he's Dan's director. So here's this weird quirk, because I don't like this film, right? I went on his Wikipedia page to see what else he'd done. Mm-hmm. Wikipedia lays it out like a table rather than just lists.
Right.
So you have across the top director, producer,
right,
like story.
So you can see them over time.
And then down the side, it's obviously the films that they've done. Right.
Right.
So we're talking about a variety of involvements here. Mm-hmm. Right. His back catalogue. I don't like anything he's done.
Oh, go on. What's he done?
So his credits include.
Has he done Big Hero
obviously.
6?
Huh?
Did he do Big Hero 6?
I've not seen it.
Wreck-It Ralph?
He did some other. I've not seen it. Yeah. He did Moana. Don't like that.
Well, we might be talking about that in a future pod.
Encanto. Don't like that. The Frozens. Don't like them. Tangled. Don't like that. There's honestly nothing on his list across a variety of involvements.
Is he solely animation based? Has he done any?
Yeah. It was right. Here's the quirk. I thought, well, what do I like out of this sort of offering? Coco. I really like Coco.
Not there.
So I looked at the director of Coco.
Yeah.
Lee Unkrich.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pixar guy, right?
Yeah. Lee Unkrich. So again, same table, variety of credits. Lee Uncrich's credits. It's all gold, mate.
It's Pixar. He's done all Pixar stuff. This is Disney.
Absolute gold. Yeah, but it's Disney Pixar after a certain amount of time.
No, this is Disney Animation.
Yes, I know that.
And then it's Disney Pixar.
Yeah.
Separate entities.
Here's the thing. Yeah. Well, so it doesn't matter. I can frame it as Howard versus Unkrich. You can frame it as Disney Animation versus Disney Pixar. All gold, because he's got on there the Toy Stories, Bugs Life, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, WALL-E, Coco. It's
because all Pixar films were great.
Yeah.
Up for a certain point, and then
let me tell you, then Disney Animation shite, mate.
Well, yeah, I mean that is the general recognised opinion. I'd say Disney and Pixar.
Well, there you go. So I'm right.
There can be exceptions. I think for a Disney animation,
but it was
film,
seriously incredible.
Best ones.
How I looked at the list, I was like, "There's literally not one on this list that I like." And then I go to the other one, I was like, "Oh my god, they're all here."
So you haven't mentioned this yet, but I know when we initially talked about this, like long ago, when we were coming up with movies we might want to talk about, you mentioned your general hatred for animation films, where it's just high-pitched peril.
Yeah. So this is my problem with Encanto.
But not with this one.
Oh yeah, this has it a little bit too.
Well, see, I didn't think it did. That's why I was just like, I wonder where if he's gonna come with it.
It happens a lot at the start. Right.
Do you want to just explain your?
Yeah. So this is my issue with Encanto. Encanto is very popular, but if you zone out just a tad, right, when you're watching one of these films, for me it can descend into a drone of high-pitched, like mild peril. Like everyone's constantly stressed or worried about something. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? All right, and then sort of once you've noticed that, if that's all it's doing, it really grates on me. So I sort of take your point. There is a bit of a story here that is enough to ebb and flow a bit more.
Yeah, but
it definitely has some of that with Judy and a lot of the start when it's all like a lot of the, I guess, smaller voices and what. Yeah, I don't know.
You just hate women, don't you? Not any women, just young women.
Yeah, maybe
girls. That's
it.
the ones you hate. Girls.
Maybe that's it. So yeah, so it can really get in the way of that, and it did me in with Encanto. Frozen's another one. Oh Christ!
I can definitely get where you're coming from with this. I didn't think this. I don't think this has that because, as you say, there are.
It's not as bad now.
Yeah, the ebb and flows, the highs and lows, the quiet moments and things as they have actual conversations and you see things progressing in various different ways.
I also think it's kind of lazy, which is if anything going to reinforce your point of why you think this one's doing a good job with sort of story, plot, whatever. I think it's kind of lazy because if that's the only way you can engage your audience, this mild threat, distress, like all the time, that's the only tool you've got for telling a story. Do better.
Always reminds me of if you get like primary school or like young secondary age school kids, right, to go, okay, now just improvise anything you want. And if it's they're of a certain age, they'll just eventually just go into some sort of violence and hyper chasing and like it'll never just stay low or ups and downs. It just always goes into the high pitched peril and things like that.
It's because they've all been fed shit like this, mate. Or Encanto.
Yeah, I think, but I'm with you a little bit on some of those other ones that you've mentioned. They are definitely more generic. I think this stands above those other Disney animation ones.
Okay.
Moana, I think, stands separate a little bit as well. I think that's a good example of a Disney animation one. But Disney animation went through a whole phase similar to the time when Disney Pixar were going through a phase of absolute bangers after banger, and it was just incredible. They were churning them out. Not churning them out. They were every time they were doing one, it was fantastic. Disney animation was in the same. It was just like a generic Disney animation. Thank you.
Yeah.
They've done better more recently. They've had a bit more of interesting things going on. Like Big Hero 6 wasn't brilliant, but it was a bit different at least. And this one in particular, and Moana, I think is
yeah.
good.
Now I know we're not talking about Moana, but Moana is another one of those. It looks like shit. Moana.
Looks like shit.
Yeah, that is another one of those where you completely lose any scale of whatever's going on because it's just fucking swooshing around and like, what's happening now? Anyway.
You got any more on production?
Let me just quickly peruse my notes. I think we might have.
And if not, where do you want to do games? You've got 2 games to get through here, Carl. Do you want one now?
Yeah, let's do yours. Let's do yours first because I have got mine penciled in the plot section.
Cool. So you want to play a game of now cats while I howl music.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to give you a name of 10 real musical acts, and you're going to try and guess the related mammal pun name that was shown briefly within this movie. Is she scrolling through her iPod or equivalent thing?
Christ almighty.
So I'm going to give you up to 1 clue per act if you're struggling. But I'm going to see if you can get 5 without a clue.
All right, okay.
So I'm going to give you the real band or act's name, and you're going to come up with the animal version of it. Okay.
Right.
Okay. You ready? The Beatles. Remember, it's mammals.
Oh, okay.
It's what sounds like Beatles. You need a clue?
Yeah, this is the problem, isn't it, with these games in an audio format?
Yes, this is Carl thinking.
I suppose you wouldn't work in a visual format either.
No, it would be just as dull.
You just see me going,
Stroking your chin.
Yeah, go on.
Clue is dog.
The Beagles.
The Beagles, okay, well done. So that's one with a clue. Yeah. Okay, now we've got Katy Perry. What would that turn into? Feline. Katy Perry, what would it be? If we're talking feline, what's a feline?
Well, it's a cat.
So what Katy Perry become?
They've not done Katy Perry.
Katy Perry,
For fuck's sake, that doesn't even sound the same.
Destiny's Child.
All right, well, it's not Destiny, is it?
No, not going to do it to me. It's on the child.
Yeah.
It's an animal child. It's an animal child.
Oh, no, they've not... That's not even... That doesn't... All right, okay. Animal child. I don't know. Destiny's Foal?
Destiny's Cub.
Cub, sequel is shit, innit?
U2. Just say what you hear.
U2. Just say what you hear.
Yeah. U2.
U2?
U2. U, as in the sheep. U2.
Yeah, very good.
Fleetwood Mac.
Right, so that's a visual one. Right, okay, they're all over the place, these. Well, it's probably something like fucking Fleetwood Bat, isn't it?
Oh, no, it still ends in an ack.
Yeah, does it? Yak.
Yes, Fleetwood Yak. Very good, yep. Foo Fighters.
Zoo Fighters.
Oh, I quite like that, but no. Fur Fighters.
No, it's terrible.
No, that's not very good. Guns N' Roses. It'll be Guns N', not roses, but a type of mammal. Maybe like a mouse. Guns N'.
No.
What's a mouse?
I don't know. What
A rat is like a... It's like
a rodent.
Yeah, so Guns N'
Rodents.
Guns N' Roses.
Oh my god! Were these in the film?
Yes.
No, this is going down in my estimation. This film.
It was on screen for like a second. Selena Gomez.
Someone's been paid for those.
Yeah, I know. Selena Gomez.
Think about that.
This one's quite a good one.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah. It's not Gomez that they're changing here.
Yeah.
It's a good laugh. This one.
I mean, come on, let's just move it. What is it?
Hyena Gomez.
Is that a good one? Is that a good one, though?
All right, two more.
Two? I thought you said there was 5.
There's 10 yet to see if we can get
Jesus
5.
Christ.
Kanye West.
Camel West?
Oh, close. Canine West.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yours is better.
Yeah. Well, it's not hard, honestly.
And lastly, Mick Jagger becomes...
Mick Jaguar.
Yeah, there we go. Well done.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fucking hell.
There you go. Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to be making the case for why this film's good.
This was like 1 second that it showed up. I do feel like we could have come up with some better ones ourselves. But hey.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's go on to the plot. And this is, I think, rarely for a Disney, not Pixar, animation, one of its actual strengths is the plot.
For a Disney, not Pixar.
Well, Pixar's plots are bloody great, like generally, unless you count some of the more recent, not quite great. But Pixar plots are brilliant. Disney plots are generally a bit meh. This, I think, is genuinely really good. Pretty really good. My God. It is pretty really good, though.
Yeah.
What do you think of the plot, Carl?
I realised my error here.
That you actually do really like it.
Oh, God, no.
Oh.
No. Actually, before I say that, my daughter, when we were watching this, turned to me and went, "Please don't say it's you who doesn't like this."
So you was loving it,
and yeah, she was enjoying it, and I was like, feeling the disappointment in it. I said, "Well, you should hear what Simon had to say about Predator." fell on deaf ears.
Oh, that is good.
No, so I've realised my error here because the things I don't like about the plot, you won't have picked up on anyway.
What? No,
these aren't the things that you liked about the plot.
Go on.
Right. So when I say these, you'll be like, "Oh, well, yeah."
Go on.
I didn't notice that. So I think they're far too concerned with two things in the plot, and I agree with you that there is a proper plot here. Right. There's a bit of like a, part thriller, sort of part adventure.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah. So that's all good. Right. But there's two things I think they get wrong. I could have talked about these in production, but it fits nicely.
I think the plot's better. I think I know where you're going with it. So.
They're focusing too much on references for the adults here. And I feel like the best kids' films manage to get those little nods and a winks into the adults, right? As they're doing job one. And this film's got like this isn't just fleeting things. This has got whole scenes centered around crowbar in a film referencing. Like The Godfather.
How do you not enjoy that? It was so fun, the Godfather scene.
Funnily enough, my eldest said in the Godfather scene, she goes, "Is that like Fat Tony?" Like The Simpsons.
Not bad, to be fair.
I was like, that's a really meta. Yeah. It's like, yeah, it is, just once removed.
Yeah.
So she's got the reference, but once removed. So well done, The Simpsons, on that. I think which will come on to in changes. I think that does cause a problem. The other thing I've seen, which really brings me on to the thing, here's my mistake in thinking any of this stuff would have registered on your radar. I've seen criticism of this film. Right. Simon, I'm going off 30 episodes of this at this point, right?
Yeah.
I've seen criticism of this film because it's woke. Right. And I think the irony with that is because I think they've sat down.
A Disney film is woke.
I think they've sat down, right? And I think they've gone, "Ooh, woke stuff is popular." Probably didn't say woke stuff. Yeah. But I think they've sat down and gone, "Woke stuff is popular with the kids these days. So yeah, let's cram a load of that in," right? Because there is and even if you don't see it, you should read the positive reviews of this film because it is full of people going, "Oh my God, there's such a good social commentary in this film," and all the rest of it.
Right. So that is that. To be fair, that is clearly there. It's not subtle about what it's doing in terms of message. There's a message, right? It's a Disney film. They have messages.
Let me bottom that out because this is through the lens of why I think this is perhaps not very good. They've clearly gone after that, right? And I think probably for those motivations. I just do not think they've done a very good job of hitting the mark with that. So the film opens up by telling us that it's a big deal that Judy is the first of her kind, right? First bunny to be on the police force, right? And that's a really big deal because they
breaking molds, yeah.
And then immediately goes on to show us that she got there by being the best in her class and passing every
really
test.
Hard.
Passing every but she passed every test.
Overcoming adversity and prejudice.
What they showed, no, prejudice has got nothing to do with it. All right, they showed a pure meritocracy. She passed every test that they threw at her.
To get into the police, yeah.
To get into the police, that is a pure meritocracy and has got nothing to do with diversity and the advantages that come from that.
That does come later, though.
It does come later. I will agree. We also have a couple of other questionable moral positions the film takes, and it repeatedly tells us what a hard life predators have. Those at the top of the food chain. So they must have had it tough, mustn't they? We should be nice to the predators. And then it also
does it say that?
Oh yeah, repeatedly. Like we shouldn't judge predators, and we should definitely, we're coming down on the side of those. And the problem is very much hers to bear. The victim, problem is very much hers to sort out and get rid of her prejudices, rather than the predators actually stop fucking eating people.
Well, no, that's
there's also a bit of a.
I think you're getting a little bit wrong there.
There's slight of a the film actually says that there's quite a bit of cop propaganda in this as well, which I think is quite a weird choice given the tensions in America. Not so much here, although it's kind of creeping up a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that they're doing any of this stuff on purpose. I'm not saying they're getting it wrong on purpose. I'm not saying it's dishonest. I'm just saying it's shit. And the thing is, right, those social messages, my kids missed all of that. And we've sat down and watched. They can't have missed
some of them.
I asked her again today, what do you like? What's it about?
Yeah, but that's a difficult question to answer.
Right. No, this is where I disagree. Because I've sat down and watched plenty of films with her where she will get all the meta stuff and she will talk it through, even stuff like Spirited Away, which is aimed at a bit older, but, I mean, wants to pick out, I've watched with her this year, WALL-E, Elemental, Spirited Away, Inside Out. She has waxed lyrical about what the main message of these is and all the rest of it. And I just think they're a lot better at telling their story than this is. I think this is fairly crap and fairly obviously shoehorned. That's what it feels like to me. No, I will say, she found it very funny. The rest of it, completely overhead.
Interesting, because I thought it was fairly overt.
Yeah, for adults. This is my thing. Yeah. For me, this is made with adults in mind instead of doing a good job with kids.
Yeah. So I think, going back to the example that you used, like the Godfather scene, I think that is a funny scene, regardless of if you know what the Godfather is, right? Because the way that they're doing that, and then you gave me a skunk butt rug. It's like it's a funny scene. It's funny on its own. Yeah, but sure. There's stuff there for the adults. When it comes to
it's the other way though, isn't it? What? It's a scene for the adults with stuff there for the kids.
Yeah, but it works for both. It doesn't matter which order it comes in.
It doesn't if you're just talking about laughs. Completely agree. But that sort of decision, that sort of hierarchy in your decision making, does matter when you talk about the other stuff that you want to land.
So in its fairly overt messaging, which I thought was right on the surface of, and just keeping it very high level, very simple. Of it's a very optimistic message of you can do anything. Don't let anyone get in your way. You can achieve anything. It's a sweet, if pretty misguided in real life message. But Disney.
You cynic.
And it's but it's really rammed home. The theme song is basically exactly that, and is played in its entirety twice, I think, in the movie.
Yeah.
So it's not being subtle about that, and Judy is the epitome of that, of the overcoming the naysayers and her own parents' pessimism or realism, depending on which way you look at it, of what she is able to achieve and overcoming that, and using her innate abilities to.
If it was good, it'd go into why her parents feel like that, how they got to that point.
I don't know. I don't think it necessarily needs to. But I think there is so that's like message number one. I think kid would get that side of things. I would have thought.
Yeah. Be anything you want to be. Yeah, I would say. I'm going on a sample size of 1 here.
Yeah.
So I only watched it with my eldest, but yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, that's
be anything you want to be. She's happy with that.
Okay, fine, cool. Yeah. The second one, the one more about prejudice.
Yeah, the more social commentary.
Yeah, I think that is definitely a more difficult one to get, and is an added layer. But we like films with layers, Carl.
We do, but WALL-E did it with no dialogue.
WALL-E is a fucking masterpiece.
It is. No, we agree.
We can't judge everything against
No,
WALL-E.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I love WALL-E. It's so good.
Yeah.
But there is a general message, and please don't dig into it too deep, because you will go cross-eyed with its weird how it's set that up. But prejudice is bad, right? Prejudice is bad. You shouldn't have prejudice, blah, blah, blah. And I think it's quite interesting, right, that it is not just others' prejudice of the main character that she is overcoming, right? They give prejudice. It's from both sides, right? There's prejudice against her. She has prejudice that she puts on others, and it impacts things in the way that she communicates that message about predators and yada, yada, yada. But it doesn't entirely work if you do overanalyze it. But, it's a Disney animation. Should you really be overanalyzing it? I mean, I've read some reviews that have gone way deep and overthought. You're just like, dude, chill.
Yeah, you shouldn't be overanalyzing it. And again, sample size of 1. but my point of view was, well, that's clumsy, and it didn't work where other films have succeeded. I don't know if I entirely agree with the show The Prejudice both ways either, because, like I say, the way she actually gets in is a pure meritocracy.
Yeah, but she's doing that. So she is a female. Essentially, she is like the female white woman, right? Basically, who's trying to break down walls to get into places that she's not historically been into. And yes, she is talented and she's good, but that's not alone isn't enough to
look.
To do.
I mean, again, like I don't want to. I don't want to say that the film is picking sides on the sort of left-wing, right-wing political spectrum, because I don't think it is. I just think it's a bit crap. That is the right-wing response every single time. Yeah, but if they were good enough, they'd get in. And that's what the film shows us. That's what they always say when you go, it's important to have diversity. Diversity is important because here's the value it brings. It's important that everybody's represented. And they go, yeah, but we just want the best people for the job.
Yeah,
that is the stock
in the movie. They talk about having essentially a what's it called? It's like pro-discrimination, positive discrimination thing. Where basically they've got a program to get people like the bunnies into the police, right? It's an actual program from the Mayor Lionheart. They talk about that. And it's like she is the prime example of that program.
Oh, yeah, this is why I don't think...
So it's not just on...
No, this is why I don't think it's picking sides.
They've got the program.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's picking sides. Yeah. I just think it's crap at it because, yeah, they talk about that, but then they show her being the best. Which is like...
because she's been given the opportunity. She wouldn't have had the opportunity had it not been for things being put in place, right? You could be a brilliant female mathematician in the 20s. You wouldn't get to do, I don't know, fucking maths things. Bad example. In the 20s, whatever the fuck they did in the 1920s. But you know my point.
Fair enough. Look, we're not poles apart on this.
No. But anyway, so there's like the messagey part, but I think in terms of the plot, and there is a level of complexity there, a little depth, and some actual twists. I think is a little mystery, and a proper bad guy in it, and bad guy reveal, which I thought was actually an effective reveal of a bad guy. And
don't disagree.
You disagree?
No, I don't disagree.
And it's the motivations for the bad guy are legitimately like bad. Like they she says it at the end. It's like, fear always works. It's just like, oh, you're just an evil little sheep cunt. Yeah, well done.
No proper examination of what drove her to that, but there you go.
Well, no, he struggled to get there, and it does kind of rush at the end. Having said that, you said it drags on. They do kind of rush to the reveal and the ending, I think, a little bit. But
the other thing on the plotting of it, and you could talk about this as a production decision as well.
No, we're talking about plot, because that's when the section we're in.
Yes, the section we're in is, again, talking about the... My daughter found this very funny and enjoyed it.
Because it's hilarious.
None of the jeopardy really hit either. So I think it's not quite got that right plot-wise. Now, I have an idea, perhaps, why when we do...
changes?
When we do changes. Okay. But
let's talk about some of the funny stuff then.
Mm-hmm.
As we're in plot. I mean, I don't know why we didn't just get Lily on here, really. Any particular bits you want to shout out?
Let's start at the beginning. So there's the pessimism. We settled hard.
I think that's brilliant. They generally had me giggling. It's just like, Judy, you ever wonder how your mum and me got to be so darn happy?
Yeah.
Nope. Well, we gave up on our dreams and we settled. Right, Mum? Oh, yes, that's right. We settled hard. Yeah. Just brilliant.
Yeah. The sloth one you've already touched on. I've seen the DMV.
I'm coming back to the sloth one. Brilliant. Oh, by the way, in overanalyzing things, you read some reviews and people going like, oh, right, so sloths are an allegory for mentally retarded people, so we should be laughing at mentally retarded people. Is overanalyzing. I'm just like, dude, it's a sloth. It's literally physically slow in a world full of animals. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was mentally retarded.
Chill out. No, it's because they're a little bit slow.
Oh, dearie me. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
All right, any more bits that...
What
about the howling?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Don't, you'll set off a howl.
Yeah.
Was funny.
Yeah, that was quite funny.
Did you see the Walter and Jesse are back when they were in the meth lab?
Did I see it?
Or did you hear it?
They literally called it out in case the adults didn't spot that this was a clear Breaking Bad reference from the suit and the mask and whatever. Yes, that. I saw that. Yes, yeah.
The Godfather scene we've already talked about.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny. And a few Frozen references. You mentioned it.
Yeah, the Let It Go one. Yeah.
Yeah. Life isn't some cartoon musical where you sing a little song and all your insipid dreams magically come true. So let it go.
Yeah. Do you know what I'd really like there? Right?
Yep.
Is if we lean full on into the adult thing. If you'd have turned to camera there.
You're doing break the third wall.
Yeah, it wasn't there. Turn to camera, just let it go. Yeah, a little wink at the end as well. Yeah, you're gonna commit hard.
Yeah. And another of the Judy's parents ones as well. Like, of course, it's okay to have dreams, just as long as you don't believe too much in them. Yeah. Just like, yes, I like it. Yeah. And also their names of parents: Stu, so Stu the rabbit. Nice.
Yeah.
And also Bonnie Hops.
Yeah, see, these are good adult in jokes.
Yeah,
these
little touches
because they don't get in the way at all.
No,
they're just like those.
Yeah. So
right, you've talked about reviews. Right,
reviews.
Yeah, like you were reading reviews and people.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I went down a bit of a rabbit hole, as it were.
Well, you maybe have found the same thing I found, and this was letterboxed. Right?
Yeah, same here.
I read a lot of reviews from women that wanted to fuck Nick Wilde.
Yes, a lot. Hence the sexy foxes.
Very few of them mentioned Jason Bateman as well. This was very much they want to fuck the fox.
Yeah, it's like the caramel bunny all over again.
Yes, that's right. That was your first crush, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So which was like, like the first one crops up and you're like, okay, mate.
There's a lot of, oh my God, this film made me a furry.
But they kept coming. I was like, yeah. And then I read one where this woman said, look, I'm not a zoophile or anything, but I was like, sounds like you are.
As soon as you start that sentence, it's like I'm not a racist, but, isn't it? And it's like, well, I think the next thing comes out of your mouth is probably going to be racist. So.
And this brings me on to my game. Right?
Oh, okay.
If Nick and Judy fucked, as we all know the film set them up to do at the end, right? What do you think their kids would look like?
Well, they'd have big ears.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pointy or floppy? I suppose
one of each.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Tail's an interesting one, isn't it? Is it going to be a cotton ball tail thing, or is it going to be the swishy one? I think cotton ball tail.
Yeah.
Walking on four. Wait, no, they all walk on two legs. That doesn't really work because they're fucking animals. You idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where else to go with this.
Rip and more pies. Remember?
Yes.
Right. More interestingly, what would you call them?
Would you go funnies,
Rabox, or Fobbit?
Funnies.
Funnies is good, very good, and that's what we shall call this game. Funnies.
Okay.
Right. So, question 1.
Okay.
And these are real animals.
These are real animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you get when you cross a tiger with a lion? Now,
does this actually happen?
This is a real thing, right? Now, you can, depending on whether, for many of these animals, there are several answers because it depends whether you're crossing the male tiger and the female lion and vice versa. So I'll accept, this is for real, so I'll accept either one. Question 1, what do you get when you cross a tiger with a lion?
So it's either going to be a tiger or a liger, right? I mean, a tiger or a... I think they'll just go for a liger.
Right, so you can have, there's 2 possible answers, because I just said, which one are you going to go for?
Liger.
You go for liger is a male lion with a female tiger. And actually, a liger is bigger than both of them.
Interesting.
I think the biggest cat in captivity is a liger.
So what filthy pervert lion is...
And you also got the second one. You flip it around, you get a tigon.
Tigon. Oh, I said Tyon. Yeah. That was a bit wrong. Tigon. Tigon's quite good. Yeah.
If you then cross a tigon with a tiger, you get a... Presumably you say Tigon, but I like Titigon. Yeah. True story. Right. So there's one so far. Question 2. What do you get when you cross a donkey with a horse?
A mule.
Yes, a mule. Do you know what it is with the other way, with the sex?
No.
It's a hinny.
Yeah. There you go.
Right,
See, I was aware of that. I was genuinely never aware of the lion and tiger thing.
Yeah. Right. I'd never heard of this one, and I've only got one answer for this. What do you get when you cross a beluga whale with a narwhal?
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. What would you call that?
A narwhal?
Ooh, close. It's a narluga.
Oh, narluga.
Yeah. Question 4.
I would watch that David Attenborough shit.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
I think it's weird. I think that's the weirdest one of the lot, because that's like they've just been swimming along in the wild and gone, yeah, I'll fuck that.
Yeah, they got look at the size of that horn.
Yeah. Just I'll hit that. What do you get when you cross a bobcat with a lynx?
This
is a good one.
Bobcat with a lynx. So bob lynx lobcat. A bonks?
Ooh, no, it's a blinks. Oh, you could have a lynx cat.
Yeah. Blinks is good.
Yeah, Blinks is good. Question 5.
I'm quite interested to see what that looked like.
Two more to go. What do you get when you cross a zebra with a horse? Remember, 2 possible answers.
A zebra with a horse. So, you're going to get a hebra or a horse?
You are going to get a hebra or a horse. And following on from that, what do you get when you cross a zebra with a donkey?
Monstrosity?
No,
sorry. Genetic abnormality? No. A zebra with a what? Donkey?
A zebra with a donkey.
Fucking hell. A zonkey? They can't just go zonkey.
Zonkey, yeah, zonkey's one. The other one is a donkra.
There we go.
So there we go. Funnies.
Very good. I enjoyed being part of the on the other side of the game. That's fun. You got anything else on plot?
No.
Oh, good stuff. Okay, move on to any changes. So each of us get to give up to 3 changes. How many have you got today for us, Carl?
2.
2. I've got 2 as well. Do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
I'll go first.
Go for it.
So my first one, I think it does need some better voice actors. Or you need to cast better, because too many of it was middling. And like I say, you go either way with that. You get someone who's actually renowned for voice acting, or you get someone that everybody knows fits the profile of the actual character they're playing. And I don't think this film quite got that right.
What's interesting with Jennifer Goodwin, right, is that she's not a name. You know what I mean? They've not got her and going, oh, Jennifer Goodwin in an animated thing. Yeah, like no one's going to be going to see it because she's in it.
No, it's strange, isn't it?
Probably my parents or something. But, yeah, so there's a bit weird. I think you've got a fair point on that one, to be fair. So my one, the Shakira song, Try Everything. Come on. Come on. Make it a bit better. I mean, I was singing it afterwards a lot. Yeah. It's catchy as fuck, but doesn't mean it's good.
No.
Come on. And don't play it twice all the way through in the same fucking film. Come on. Anyway. Next.
Yeah, second one. So, I mean, I did feel the length of it.
Oh, yeah.
That's very good. I didn't see that coming.
That's what she said.
There's another one. I did feel the length of it. I think it needs tightening up, because I agree there is a proper plot there. And what I would do, and I have no
yeah, sure,
no real strong feelings about the social commentary they puts in, because it's only a kids' film.
Sure.
But I do think they didn't do a good job with it. I'll just chop it all out. All of it. So every single little exchange where characters go on about how tough they've had it and this, that and the other, get fucking rid of it. And you'd save 10, 15 minutes right there. And I would just have it be a straight up adventure and just serve the plot and only the plot and nothing beyond that.
Oh, see, I like that they tried to add a little bit of depth to it and try.
Sure,
I
like it. I just don't think it worked, and I thought it was too long. So get it gone.
My second and final change is: tell me what the predators eat. What are they eating?
Yeah. Don't know, ice lollies or whatever.
Ice lollies and blueberries?
Yeah.
Are they all dead?
Yeah.
Is it are they having like smoothies with like just like protein in there? Where's the protein coming from?
Yeah.
It's all plant-based?
Yeah.
It's so many questions. All right, this is why you're wrong. So this is our closing statement from each of us, where we try and it's our last-ditch attempt to try and movie that needle up or down. Carl, would you like to go first, or would you like to go
First, please.
second? You say first.
Yes, please.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Plot's all right.
Come on.
Yeah, the plot's all right.
Did it make you laugh? Sorry, I didn't even ask. Did it make you laugh?
Yeah, some funny bits in it. Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong, still annoyed at bits as well. Yeah, plot's all right. Character's a bit meh. Maybe we'll put that down to the voice acting / casting. My eldest, I watched it with, found it funny, so that's good. Job 1. Job 1.2 I thought was fairly crap at, which is getting a deeper message across to kids. I thought it was fairly crap at that. And I just thought it ended up being a bit muddled and it dragged a bit, really. Very low down on my list of good films for kids to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds like a letterbox list for you to put together.
Yeah, I could do that. It'd just be all Pixar stuff.
Yeah, well...
1 to 20 and then 21 to 40 it'd be all the fucking Disney.
Need to watch some Japanese animation, mate.
Now who's the wanker?
Just diverse. So, I've not written anything down for this, so I'm going to be making up as I go along. But I think you hit on it. Like it is funny. It's a funny movie. Yeah. And I think it's a combination of the humour. It's the fact that it is a nice little mystery. It's got some plot twists. It's got the actual bad guy in it. And I think I give it points for trying to get the message across. It's interesting you say it didn't really hit with your eldest. I need to go back home and wake up my child now and just ask him.
Stretch the sample size to 2.
Wake up! Yeah. And then after that, I'm going to send a survey around at school just to see. Because I thought, definitely got the first message. I thought the second message would get there. But
I even tried leading questions. I tried everything.
Yeah, so it does surprise me a little bit. I do disagree with your movie references. I do enjoy them when you got. I thought you would have enjoyed them, but I get where you're saying, where you're coming from with it. But yeah, it's. I thought it was a very enjoyable film. Beautiful world building from there. Interesting plot, a little bit different. Some decent characters, funny lines. Oh, yeah. Was your movie needled? No, hold on. Is your needle been movied?
Is your movie needled?
Oh Christ!
Look, I'm gonna toss you an ambivalent out here now.
Ooh!
Yeah, I'm gonna toss you an ambivalent because
I don't think I've earned it, but go for it.
Well, no, but the thing is, like, it's easy to like sit down when you come into this and go, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But then we talk about it, I don't really care. like it's totally fine. It's just a kids' film. The kids liked it.
Would you call it like? And this is difficult. Would you call it an above average animation in the grand scheme of things? And it's difficult because Pixar's fucking skewed it.
Yeah, well, no, but this is where I get into trying to appraise it as a like a film, right? And I find it easy to pick apart in that sense. There's some good stuff about it, but it's no. But then when you sit back and you go, but the kids laughed, so whatever, it's fine, isn't it?
If you compare it to the things you said, like Frozen,
I think it's fairly low down on my list of animated films. That I know she liked it, my eldest. But she's
liked think it'll live long in the memory
no,
kind of
I
thing?
don't think so. I think she's liked other films more, and she spoke to me about the more meta elements of other films as well. I think they've done a better job with her in that sense. So
fair enough.
No, I think it's fairly low down. But again, which we've joked about before, to the actual dictionary definition of the word, ambivalent, whatever.
Some good bits,
some
bad bits, All right, we close things out with the data section, which we really should get round to naming something different because there's very little data in there.
Or do some actual sort of data interrogation. One of those two.
So, some ratings for you, Carl. IMDb 8, flat 8, 8.0.
Yeah.
Letterboxd 3.7. Metascore 78, so pretty well aligned with the IMDb. And Carl, what's your rating? 2. A 2er.
Yeah.
A 2er. So it's a straight. It's a 4er for me. I like it. I do.
Oh, that's high.
It's good. It's a good. I very much enjoyed it. So yeah, it's a 4er. 8 out of 10 on the old IMDb. But you can normalise that for yours, so it's about 2.5.
I think we should normalise it for yours.
Yeah. Nominations wise, 2017 Oscar winner for.
Ooh.
I mean, come on, it's right there, Carl.
Is it effects?
No, best animation.
Oh, it's just okay. Right, yeah. What was it up against?
Moana. Interestingly,
yeah, fair enough.
But it was the same year as Moana.
Yeah, Moana's crap.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Not seen it.
It's good. It's good.
Is this a Japanese thing?
No. Well, it's got kind of like, but no, it's
Bollywood.
No.
Korean.
No. But it's got.
You're into Estonian cinema now.
It's got that kind of aesthetic, but it's an American-made film.
Aesthetic? What a wanker.
Oh, I know, right? It's a fucking good word, though, aesthetic.
Yeah,
I'm not even sure if I use it right, but fuck it. My Life is a Courgette.
Never heard of it.
No, me neither. And The Red Turtle.
No, never heard of it. No.
But Kubo and I would have given it to Kubo and the Two Strings because that was really quite good. Rewatchability, Carl.
I've gone for a meh.
I've gone for a strong yes, but not a very yes. It's just a yes.
So you're introducing more.
It's a firmly said yes.
Yeah.
Not a yes or a yeah.
Do you know the fun thing, especially about an audio format?
Yeah.
Is you could convey that by saying it.
Yes. Yes. No, I have to say strong. Yes. Just yes.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm not sure I can do strong. That's not really in my range.
You can't open jars.
Yeah, I don't fucking can open jars. I just smashed it on the floor when they're fucking open.
Yeah. Scoop that up.
Best scene for you, Carl.
It is the DMV sloth.
Absolute banger, isn't it? I mean, it's a genuine classic scene in not just animated films. I think that is brilliant. It's such a shame they put a whole thing in the trailer.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Absolute bastards. Like, why would you do that?
It doesn't even hit as well in a trailer as it does
not.
with the... Yeah, that's silly.
It angered me. But it is so funny.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
And just in the context of the film as well, where it is very much like, quick, we've got to do this. And just how he's completely set her up for it.
Yeah.
And even up until the end where you go, right, maybe we can beat Russia. It's night.
Yeah.
Just a great little ending to it.
No, it's very good.
Best quote. What you got for me, Carl?
Yeah, I've got one.
Go on.
Have you got a few? Do you want to
I've
do
got
your
a few,
honourable
okay,
mentions first?
All right, so...
Oh, no, let me do mine, because you might say it in your honourable mentions.
Okay.
So, mine is... Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, but it might be worse.
See, mine is of a similar ilk. So there's a few honourable mentions here. One is, Doug is the opposite of friendly. He's unfriendly, which I just thought was good.
See, they understand our scale better than we do.
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
He's not friendly.
Yes.
What? Hang on.
You don't friend
but then
him?
what is he?
No.
But what is he then?
This is a BOGO quote, which this is the one that I thought Idris did. Didn't forget, just didn't care.
Yeah.
I quite like, which I might use.
He has another one which you might have on your list about it's time we all address the elephant in the room.
Yes, it's very good. It's a solid joke. Yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
And then it's rare that I find anyone so unpatronising. I think there was a Nick line as she's patronising him. But my favourite is, my mommy says she wishes you were dead.
What is that?
Where she's giving the tickets out. parking tickets, and it's just shouted at her. And I'm just like, that's dark for a Disney film. Dark, I like that. So yeah, that was my line. But yours is good too. Favourite character?
Duke Weaselton.
You love that guy. Judy's dad. I love Judy's dad.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sticking with my dad theme over recent weeks.
Yes, you are, yeah. He loves the bunny dads.
Tearjerker?
No, very no.
Yeah.
Very no.
It's not, though, is it? I mean, there wasn't even... They weren't trying... It didn't even seem like they were trying for it. You know what I mean?
Possibly not. Possibly not.
There wasn't... I was looking back going like, wait, was there a part where I was trying to be manipulated too? No, I couldn't think.
Trying to be manipulated. It's such a cynical way of phrasing it when you watch it.
You know what I mean. Yeah. But yeah, I went for very no. Jerker?
A very no.
Well, for some people on Letterboxd, apparently
bizarrely,
yes.
Yeah. So about?
I mean, there was that nudist bit of the animals where they weren't wearing clothes.
Yeah.
So does that count?
No dicks though.
No dicks. No, or anuses, apparently.
Yeah.
All right, top 3 Disney animations, Carl.
No anuses. He was looking for the anuses. Couldn't spot a single one. Okay, number 3. Number 3. You just said animations. That's not.
No, Disney animations.
Disney animations.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not going to change.
Non-Pixar, though.
Non-Pixar, yes.
Non-Pixar. Number 3 is. I mean, I watched a lot of them as a kid. They were on a lot. House. Sort of like Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
Snow White. So I don't know what it was about those ones. I never sort of like whether they're a bit cold or sad or I don't know. But what I do remember fondly is Dumbo.
Oh.
Yeah, which is quite sad as well, but I don't know, just seemed like a lot of fun in there as well.
Yeah, I similarly have fond memories of a lot of that era of Disney. Lady and the Tramp you called out is particularly one that sticks in the memory. However...
Fucking hated those Siamese cats.
I know, right?
Bastards.
Yeah, but rewatching it as an adult definitely didn't capture me quite in the same way, which understandably. So, but my number 3, one we've already talked about, Moana. For Disney animation. I like it. I love the songs.
Do you love the songs, or do you just love that one song? Because I think the rest of them are a lot weaker.
There's a few good songs. Yeah, a few good songs. Yeah,
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. I found it quite an emotional one, that one as well.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, took me in. I liked it.
No, rubbish.
Number 2, Carl. What have you got?
Lion King.
Oh, number 2. I thought that was a cast iron number 1 for you there.
No, Lion King.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's... you talk about emotional. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
I would say it always gets me. I'm not sure nowadays, because since I died inside, apparently not
Well, I daren't watch it in front of people again. After the wife was... Are you crying? It's just so sad. Mufasa.
You almost started crying at the Mufasa trailer last night in the cinema.
I mean, probably. It was probably there.
So my number 2 is Aladdin.
Yeah.
Aladdin not make your top 3?
No, didn't make my top 3. It's good, but
do you like Aladdin?
Yeah,
it was. Even enjoyed playing the Aladdin little platform game.
Yeah, I remember the game. Yeah.
Do you remember the cheat code?
No.
ABBA.
Yeah. What did that do?
Don't know. Can't remember.
Cool.
Number 1, Carl.
My number 1 we've already mentioned. It's Robin Hood.
Oh yeah. I mean. That's a classic thing of like I've literally not watched that since I was a child.
Oh, we've watched it with the kids.
Have you? I might need to watch that. I'm assuming it's on Disney Plus because it's a Disney film.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might need to because that I genuinely remember watching that again and again and again as a kid. So I did love it. So I'm going to put that on the Letterboxd watch list. So I can remind myself to watch it, and maybe I'll include that on the child education. My number 1 is Lion King. For the aforementioned reasons of it's just guaranteed to make me bawl.
It's very good.
Great songs, great story, just brilliant.
Yeah, good.
That's it.
Yeah, good.
Any honourable mentions for you that didn't quite make the cut?
Well, Aladdin would have been sort of next in line. Moana's not. Jesus Christ. Encanto, etc., etc.
Any gaps in the old watching, or do you think you pretty much covered them all?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't like a lot of them because we'd have watched Snow White. Snow White, right? Very fond memories of Gus. Gus is the little fat mouse that everybody likes.
I can't really remember Snow White.
Yeah, but the rest of it is like shite boring.
It never really grabbed me as a kid.
And I feel like that with a lot of them. And like Lady and the Tramp, I remember that being on a lot. I think my sister must have liked that. But then I hated the fucking cats. And then the rest of it.
You're meant to hate the cats, though.
Yeah, you are meant to hate the cats, but like I was just I don't want to watch this. It's unpleasant. Then the rest of it was like, well, I'm not interested in them.
Yeah, I don't think I've got any massive gaps in the watchability, apart from maybe some rewatches, as I said.
It'd be the modern ones, I think. If I have gaps, it won't be the older ones.
Yeah, I mean there'll be some real recent ones from the last 10 years that I most likely will have missed.
Yeah.
What about Beauty and the Beast? Did that appear on you?
No. I think. Do you know what year was Beauty and the Beast?
That was 92.
That's interesting, because 90... what I was going to say was I might have been like just getting too old for them at this point.
92 might have been right.
And I actually don't mind Beauty and the Beast as a story. I've seen a couple of like productions of it and a couple of pantos.
That's a tale as old as time, isn't
it? Yeah. And I don't mind that live action one either.
Yeah, the Emma Watson.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
91 Beauty and the Beast.
It never. Yeah, well, really. So that should have been right in the right in the thing. Yeah, just never really sort of grabbed me. But
well, there we go. Carl, you got anything else for us?
Nope.
Well, that is all we've got. So if we move the needle for you, or even if we didn't, please do rate us, follow, subscribe. What? We're going to start again. Well, that's all we've got. If we move the needle for you, or even if we didn't, please rate us, follow,
it wasn't
subscribe.
You didn't hit. It was
wherever
even.
You are listening, and leave us a 5-star review. Not 4, not 3, not 2, not 1, but 5-star review. It really does slip a fiver under the table to the algorithm and get us out there to a larger, less socially inept audience. Our Twitter and Instagram is MTN Movie Pod. You can also find our page on Facebook. Details can all be found in the show description. And our YouTube channel is at Movie the Needle. And we're also getting our TikTok on at movie.the.needle. So from me and Carl, it's goodbye.
Bye.
What, you want to hear my reptile joke from earlier? Okay, fine. So I'm off to see a vet about my pet chameleon that stopped changing colours. It might have a reptile dysfunction.
Sorry.
That's the joke.